We got speed.
We got speed.
He got speed.
Not the drug, but
Or the movie.
or the movie.
Or Speed 2, 3, 4, all the speeds.
That's
Was that the one with Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Yeah, where like the bus was
That's right.
racing.
The bomb was attached to the bus, and it goes under 50 miles an hour, it blows up.
Yeah. Has to jump across to right. Didn't all the civilians have to like jump to the cop car or whatever?
Yeah. I think that's in one of the movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's been a while
It
since
has
I've seen it.
So you're saying you're a Titans fan?
Yes. So
I want to
okay.
hear your guys' beef.
All right.
I want to hear that.
I don't think there's real beef. I think Titans fans are a little salty about the trade.
Very. Not even a little, dude. But also peep the shoes, by the way. So
Those are nice.
as a not I work for them as well. So or I help out
A little
on
biased.
Huh?
You're a little biased.
Just a little bit. I mean, okay, they're my main team, but I have one other team, and it's the Lions.
Oh.
So,
I can respect, though, an AFC, NFC team. I can respect that.
yeah, as long as they're not like, I can't be like a Lions and I can't be a Titans and a Texans fan.
No. That's
It's too much.
Or like you
I
can't be a
recently
Titans and
became
a
a Titans
Chiefs
fan.
fan.
Yeah, no. Oh no, that's the
Like
house
that's
divided.
Yeah.
For sure. What did you say?
No, I was saying that I recently became a Titans fan.
How?
I had never like gotten to football. Hold on, I think we should slate in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's slate in.
I'm good. I'm good.
talk.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Are you going to wear the helmet for the whole episode?
No.
DVD.
It's actually kind of hot. Ready? Got it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome back to another episode of Let's Slay It In. I'm Dylan Ross alongside with,
John McTavish.
and we're Easygoing Studios. Today in the studio, we have a special guest. He works for the Titans, as he just said. He works for the Sounds. He works for the Grizzlies. He works for the WNBA team in Memphis as well. He works for almost every professional sports team in Nashville.
Yeah.
Mr.
In
Brandon
Tennessee.
Bagwell.
Appreciate that. Good to be seen. Good to be like here, and because I know we've tried this before, and I've been busy. Y'all been busy.
Yeah.
And it's the freelance life is
It's interesting.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Interesting is a way to is a word to put it.
Yeah,
but
sometimes good, sometimes bad, but I'm glad I can make it out and like
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
sometimes. But I'm glad to be here and like truly like intrigued to actually like talk about I don't know our world overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We're glad to have you
Yeah,
here.
we're stoked to
for
have you
sure.
here.
Yeah. So we start off every episode with a industry intro. So what's
Right.
how'd you get started here?
Okay. So, all right. Probably it was like 7th grade. So my brother, he's 9 years older than me. We go to the same church, and our family friend was in charge of audiovisual and everything like that. And then one day he was just like, "Hey, do you want Brandon to run camera and everything like that?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" And did it, and this is like maybe 2011 me.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
2011, 2012, something like that, in that range.
How old are you, by the way?
How old do I look? Because I've been asked this a lot. I've been asked this a lot.
I would say like late 20s.
Like, what are we considering?
Like 27, 28.
Okay.
Well, I kind of know because you said that you were 7th grade in 2011, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been.
Don't ask me to do that, man.
See, no, that math is always tricky because, yeah.
Because he could also have
I'm trying
like
to
an
think of when I
earlier, or
was
he
in
could
it.
have a late birthday and be younger like I am in 7th grade than most other kids.
Wait, are you born on a leaf year?
Are you
No, I was-
25?
I was about to say, are you like 5? Technically, legally?
No, I was born in October, so like
Okay, fair.
I was just everyone else was a year older than me until
That's right.
October.
So I was born in December. I'm
Yeah, so he has a
25.
late birthday.
Okay, yeah. That was-
Yeah.
I got it right.
But I've been told, like, I was told 31 the other day. But then literally, like, 22 by a person, like, 2 feet away from them. They're like, where'd you get 31? I'm like, where the hell did you get 31? Just no. Just
Yeah.
no. But yeah, I'm 25. So I do it because I'm always older than the year. So 2011, I was 12.
Okay.
So, but yeah, start off in church, and from there, yeah, like as soon as, not to brag, but like I kind of knew what to look for when I touched the camera and like what should be next.
Yeah.
And yeah, started doing that. Did that at least once a month, and then the next year, like I had my struggles. Like there were sometimes I fell asleep running camera like during the service, and I woke up. Like I would wake up and he's not on the screen. I'm like, oh God. And then like I see some people looking at me. I'm just like, oh God.
I was praying.
Dude, yeah, that's exactly. He said pray. Like y'all
said bow your head, close your eyes,
yeah.
and have a couple
He was talking to the
Z's.
camera people too.
Yeah.
He's just y'all's prayer just went a little, or my prayer just went a little longer. But and then within a year there, and like I went to this church all my life, and I still go to it. And within a year there, I was, besides camera operator, I was like directing and technical directing as well.
Oh wow!
And so to do that within like, I don't know, just that transition within a year was pretty nice. And then I asked a guy, I was like, hey, what is this called? Because this was like 9th grade. I want to be a pilot. I can't be a pilot because I can't. No, I can't. I can see, but my glasses are thick, so I can't physically see.
Yeah.
Or in terms of the Air Force standards, at least.
Yeah.
Asked what it was called, broadcast digital media. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to look for stuff like schools that can do that. And then, so that was 9th grade. And so when I got to 12th grade, or when I got to senior year, that's when I was looking for just stuff for sports. And even like before I got to college, that like just running camera and everything like that, like trying to have an idea for what's next, that's got a good idea of like, that made me look at sports a whole lot differently. Cause I was like, okay, what shot should be next, and what's a bad shot, what's a good shot, everything like that. But I just hadn't really had experience in doing it for sports yet. So that's what my passion was in college. And so, started off in church. Then I knew I wanted to go to school for sports. And I knew I wanted to direct and be involved in sports broadcasting and everything like that. And, that's really how I got into the industry, at least of broadcasting. And then from there, there's a whole bunch of little. Do y'all want me to go into the networks of how, like?
I mean,
if you want to, yeah.
I wanted to ask, getting into sports, did you play anything growing up? Like,
Yes.
That kind of spearheaded that.
Not necessarily that spearheaded it like for broadcasting, but like I swam.
Okay.
And so I swim, and they don't really broadcast swimming all that much, but like,
Just the Olympics.
Besides that, like only the like California or the there's not really much national broadcast coverage of swimming. No, like even like I could have played football. Like I like football. Like I grew up watching Titans every single Sunday. So that definitely had an impact on like, okay, I was like, I like football so much. Like I would just get paid or to watch football.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a hurtful thing at all.
Sounds like a great day to
Dude,
me.
oh, man, it's the perfect day. Watching football all day, every day, and getting paid to do it, I can't complain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But,
I don't even like football that much, and that sounds amazing.
bro, dude, just getting paid to watch sports and just to watch magic happen overall and like be there, it's the best thing ever. But realistically, I swam, and then from there on out, I was just like, well, so to answer the question, no, it didn't really like swimming didn't have a huge impact, but I just knew I wanted to swim, and so I wanted to go to a college that I could swim at and get first year experience like right off the gate. Because a lot of schools, they were like, we have the program, but like we'll have to wait till your junior or senior.
Yeah.
I was like, dude,
Why
right.
waste 2 years on stupid classes when I can touch a camera immediately?
Exactly.
That's why I didn't go to college.
Hey, man, look, there's pros and cons of not going. There's pros and cons of going. I mean,
We've talked about that so much. I think every episode we've probably talked about it a little bit, just of how for us it's very different because once again, I work with my dad in the film industry, so I've been around it.
That's okay.
It's just funny because I bring it up every time
Every
that
episode.
we have this conversation right here about the school where he went to school for it. I didn't. I knew like if I went to school, I would have failed out and wasted money. But I always love hearing like the other sides of it, though, especially for what you went for.
If it works out,
yeah.
So I loved it. But Yeah, so did it all for sports and or did basically all the sports you could name in college. And then I had an internship I got through helping my dad because my dad needs a news camera guy. Camera guy helped me get into the TV station. This is in 2019. Helped out with the TV station. And they do all the preseason games for football or for Titans games at least. And so got to actually help out and like be on set for the 2-day shoot or not. We were there for the set day and then the day of the game day. And so got to actually be in the broadcast truck and everything like that.
Oh,
and
wow.
like truly see behind the scenes what it was like. And from there on out, like that first true broadcast experience, like real lifetime broadcast experience and helping out with the news was also, like we had a mock news class where we had from Monday at 5 to Wednesday at 5 to come up with a 15-minute broadcast or a 15-minute news broadcast. And so we were stressing. Yeah. And then when I got to the station, they were like, oh, they do this every day and everything like that. So like overall, that internship opened my eyes, but that also helped me like get into the door of the football world and truly understanding it. And then I met a guy in the elevator, and I really like to this day. I promise you, I don't remember what I said. Like he just handed me his card and was like, "Hit me up soon." But met a guy in the elevator, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll hit you up." Like I still have his his card has been in my wallet for a while. I don't have it anymore. I don't have the card anymore because I don't need a card. Long story short, I didn't hit him up. But that opened my eyes because, so there's two types of broadcasting, as you might know. But there's like the in-house and then the Jumbotron. There's the Jumbotron and then there's the network. So the guy I met, he was working for the Jumbotron. So anyways, met him, didn't hit him up. And so that was 2019. 2020, I planned on going back to the news station, like, because the lady, she offered me a job, like, or she said, I would give you a job if you weren't still in school. I was like, okay, cool, great. Like, I definitely would come back here. In 2020, I was going to go back. COVID happened.
Yep.
So they kind of shut down everything. And then that's where I kind of realized that, like, ideally, the thought was to go into news. My brother's a meteorologist. And the thought was to go into news, but then like because of COVID and everything like that, and I wasn't around news every day, there was it was a part in time where I was just like, oh, well, news is, and this is just my opinion, but news is the 4, the 5, and the 6 are all the same.
Yeah.
And then the 10 o'clock is a recap of all 3 somehow. Like in a control room standpoint, like,
I feel like that must get boring.
Yeah, that's the definition of insanity.
Yeah. Same thing over and over and over again.
Because you know exactly what they're going to say, unless there's breaking news. Like, and there's breaking news every day. But that even breaking news is going to get old because you have it in the 4, then you have it in the 5, and you have it in the 6, and guess what? You have it in the 10. I'm just like, yeah, I couldn't be back there to do it. So,
well, I feel like on the topic of the news, though, for me, I've never been someone to watch it, especially nowadays, because it's always negative. I feel like everything that comes out, like I remember during COVID, do you remember John Krasinski did the Some Good News or something like that?
Yeah.
Where literally all the good news that was going on, like that was what was being put out.
That was the actual broadcast?
Yeah, it was like through TikTok and YouTube. Every day he was doing it during COVID because there was nothing else to do.
Right, and there's really not a lot of positive going on there.
No, and so it was cool. Like I remember that, and I was like, this is the kind of stuff that I would love to see. I was like, all right, what's going on in the world? Like they were talking about like penguins going back to certain parts of Antarctica because there's not a lot of pollution or whatever the story was. Like it was something like that.
But something positive.
But something cool.
Right.
Where like for me nowadays, I just can't. Personally, I can't watch it just because it's every time I'm like, all right, what are you gonna hit me with next?
Yeah,
like
it's all fear based and it's just craziness.
Really, the only time I watch it now, like I only watch it like yes, I somewhat listen, but like I watch it more, and this is like I watch a lot of live stuff more with the emphasis on like okay, how could this shot have been better? Or, oh, this graphic is wrong. Or,
Yeah.
oh, like, I watch it with a broadcast mind, not a
viewership mind.
Yes, exactly.
So I guess on that topic, then can you explain to the people listening and watching, like, what exactly your job title is?
Okay.
What's it called?
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now I'm a freelancer. Right now I
Okay.
am I'm a full-time freelancer. I would consider myself a live production specialist.
Okay.
But like on my LinkedIn, I have a professional director, technical director, and camera operator for entertainment or for sports and entertainment productions.
Okay.
And so, but I kind of do it all: sports, entertainment, religious, educational, kind of all of them. But right now, my official title is like, well, technically, the title I have for myself is a freelancer.
Yeah.
Which I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially, right now.
but like I'm trying to not be just a camera guy.
Yeah.
Because I definitely have a lot more potential than that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've been running camera for a while, and there's nothing wrong with running camera. I just know I want to do more.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would consider myself just a freelance live production specialist more than anything.
What are the differences in sports that you've seen while you're shooting camera, like fan base wise, game wise, like game atmosphere wise?
Right. I would say, so I run a handheld. I can do more than handheld, but I typically run handheld everywhere. But like at Grizzlies, it's all depends on if you're wireless or not.
Okay.
Because like I'm wireless at Nashville SC, and the fans there, soccer fans, they can go crazy for sure. they can definitely go crazy. And like, have you been to, or yeah, okay, the supporter section is outstanding. Like, I love it. I love the interaction there.
Well, hold on, because this is a funny story that I need to bring up about, first off, how we met.
Okay.
Was on the job that we worked in January.
Yes.
When we were on the job, I was talking to Brandon. I was looking at him. I was like, I swear to God, I have seen this guy somewhere before. And I was like, what do you do? Like, what have you worked on? And he was like, oh, I work with NSC. I was like, well, what do you do with NSC? And he was like, oh, I'm the supporter section camera guy. And I was like, that's it. That's how I know you. I have gotten on camera by you multiple times. I definitely know.
And you're like, I've also tried to get your attention multiple times as well.
And the funniest part about it, this is probably one of the like funniest stories. But so, have you been to McKay's here?
Yeah.
Do you know of McKay's? Okay. So I'm a Funko Pop collector as well.
Okay.
So I'm looking at Funko Pops, and this dude comes up to me. He's like, yo, bro. He's like, do you remember me? He's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm like, who are you? And everything like that. He was like, you got me on camera at Nashville SC. I was like, okay, when? Like recently? He's like, oh no, you got me about like 2 summers ago. I said, okay, I'm glad like I can make that memory for you. But
you made his day.
Yeah, like I'm glad. Like and like that's one of the best parts about the job.
Jesus Christ,
Hopefully
Dylan.
she's still working.
Still rolling. I embarrass myself every episode, and I got it out of the way early.
That's okay. We don't judge.
One of the first few episodes, he just almost destroyed his laptop because he was doing that where you like moved his foot and kicked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went with it. That's
We're
okay.
good.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you got me on camera like a while ago. I was like, okay. Like, I'm glad. Like thanks for remembering me, and I'm glad I'm memorable and everything like that. But like, I see so many faces.
Oh yeah.
I get so many people on camera every game. So just think about how many games has been passed since the game I got him on camera. I was like,
Too many.
Yeah.
They play about like 20 home games this season.
Yeah, 20
About-
25.
Something like that. So that
And-
each of those games with 15, 20,000 people in it,
Yeah.
the odds of you remembering someone is
Very slow.
yeah.
Unless it's something like memorable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and unless he's like, if he's unless I remember him in a bad way. Like, there have been some people that like shake the camera when when I film them and everything like that. I'm like, bro, first, don't touch my camera. Like, don't touch my camera. It's more expensive than my life. It's more expensive than yours. Like, just leave it. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that I remembered him from, or I didn't remember him. But Yeah, so like I didn't even I definitely didn't recognize
yeah,
you.
no.
Not in a bad way. Like, but I was just like, okay, cool. Like I see all the fans. Unless they're now I could recognize if you were a like supporter section leader and everything like that.
Yeah.
Then like because there's really only like 8 of those in rotation. Or at least 8 in the main two or 3 columns, because the ones on the far left and the ones on the far right, they really don't like.
They're there for the fun of it, of like watching soccer, but they're not like there for the supporter
like
section.
for the passion of it.
Yeah.
Well, especially now that they made the left and right sides seats. They're not standing room
benches?
anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's big mistake. I'm not gonna say big mistake, but like that, I don't know. The supporter section, you're supposed to be standing, you're supposed to be cheering the whole time. I wish we had 2 supporter sections.
One on the front and one on the back.
Yeah. Or like at least, or one on one side of the stadium, one on the other, just so like, because I feel like even when it's dead quiet, like, yes, hearing that, but I just wish the energy would reciprocate around the entire stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's also hard if you're on the backside. You can't really hear what chant they're doing, and there's no way, like, they're not going to throw on the Jumbotron the Dolly picture.
Right.
Or they're going to put on the Glory picture.
They should. They should.
They
Or
should.
at
It might
least
be.
have it in like rotation. Or
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice, but just having it, I don't know, because they just, and maybe this is just like, because it's been 3 years, technically 3 seasons. So maybe, like, I'm trying to have it like it would be so nice if the whole place was like the World Cup and standing the entire time, cheering the entire time, everything like that. Like, that would be insane.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
But I mean, maybe it's just because it's slowly growing, and I don't know, it'll grow.
They're still a new team to Nashville. They've only been here for like 6 seasons, right?
And they've only had their own place for 3.
Yeah, exactly. They were playing at Nissan before that, and then there was also COVID.
Not even 3. I think this is their second full season there.
No, this is their third full season.
Well,
Because their first one that I saw when I moved here, they were still at Nissan.
Yeah.
well, they had 2022 spring, 2023 spring, 2024.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah,
this will be.
They
okay,
had that whole road trip before because they couldn't like
That's right.
It wasn't finished building.
Heard.
I have a question, and
Yes.
I think this is just more for the viewers. When you were talking about wireless versus wire,
Yeah.
do you mind explaining?
Yes. Okay.
What that is? Because I know we know, but just for
Yeah. So, okay. So you'll have like across the stadium, you'll have a bunch of these boxes. These boxes connect to the truck at the truck bay and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now why they can't physically have wireless, or because some trucks have wireless receivers, but I've never seen like the setup of a wireless receiver. I just know that the switcher, or for the people that don't know, the switcher is what changes the camera to another camera to another camera and everything like that. But for broadcast, you typically have it's either SMPTE or triacs, which are basically everything, or cords that carry signal, power, audio, video to the truck, from the camera to the truck, and communications as well. But for the broadcast, you typically have a 500-foot minimum 300-foot cable that you or utility rolls around. Whereas wireless, you're basically without a leash. And so I can go a lot more places where the people on the broadcast truck can only go 300 feet before they either have to unplug or take another camera for it. But yeah, I hate wireless.
You hate wireless?
No, sorry. I hate wireless.
Okay. I was about to say.
No.
Like, how do you hate wireless?
No,
That sounds
dude.
amazing that you could just roam wherever in the signal.
Without a leash. And I've done enough wired stuff where it's just it's a pain, dude. Especially when breaking down, like
trying to wrap 300 feet of cable,
dude. And especially if you get a cable that doesn't work and you don't find out until after you plug it in, it's just like, oh, like I just spent so much time running this from the truck, like because I do high school sports as well.
Okay.
Like Friday night, what is it called? Like high school hoops and not Friday Night Lights, but just Friday Night Rivals. and that's all wired.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have to run it from the truck, run it under bleachers, around the bleachers, under and around the bleachers, and like basically at the football field, and it's just a pain when it doesn't work. So wired sucks, and over time it's like it will probably get maybe like it's about 30 pounds, and so carrying around 30 pounds the entire time is just not fun.
Especially 4 quarters is a lot.
Yeah. And then also carrying the camera that weighs 30, 40 pounds minimum. As well.
Yeah. It's not ideal. So anytime I can do wireless, I'd love it.
Prefer that for sure.
But yeah, that's really the main difference between wired, wireless, and like. But at Grizzlies, we're wired. At Grizzlies, we're wired. At Preds, they have 2 handhelds, 2 wireless handhelds. Grizzlies, they have 1 wireless technically. Grizzlies, they have 1 wireless. Preds, they have 2 wireless. Titans, we have 4 wireless. SC, we have 1 wireless. Sounds, we have 1 wireless.
Total side note, and we'll cut this out.
Yeah.
You're okay to talk about this stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if there was anything like...
No.
I know there's certain things that we've talked about that we had to get cleared from like jobs that we worked on in the past where we did sign NDAs, but the shows are out. So I just wanted to... I didn't even think about asking that.
No, I don't think I've signed anything that said I can't talk about my job. And
okay, cool.
He's not giving away like insider information, so
no. Yeah.
If he was saying like, oh, the Titans are gonna draft Michael Penix, they're gonna trade him. They're gonna trade up for him. Yeah,
God.
Then that would be like, maybe.
Well, I guess we could keep this in then and kind of talk about that though. Have you ever had to sign like an NDA? Of course, you can't tell us about it. If you could or not, if you did or not. But like for us, there was certain stuff that we discussed. For those who don't know what an NDA is, it's a non-disclosure agreement. So
thank God you remembered, because I was like, just.
Something.
I was like,
something.
I know it's like you can't talk about it, but I forget what the acronym means.
So in the industry, there's a lot of projects that are made to where they're filmed a year prior, and you have to sign an NDA explaining that you're not going to tell anyone about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have I signed an NDA and told people about it? Maybe.
Well, we'll never know. I guess we'll never know.
Plausible deniability.
I guess
there.
we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. But I've never. No, not really. Because, like, the closest thing, and it's not even really related, but the closest thing I've had to do is just sign waivers saying I can't bet. Or sign things saying I can't bet.
Oh, yeah. The
on
Titans
the game?
do that. The Titans do that.
Yeah. Or just, I can't bet on the NFL.
Oh, wow. Really? So if, like, even working with the Titans, you couldn't bet on the Lions, like you were saying.
No, you could bet. So that's the tricky part. Is like, so with Shohei Ohtani right now, he
was banned from the NBA, right? Is that who we're talking about?
No.
Or is that someone else?
He's an MLB player.
He's an MLB.
Oh, sorry.
He's a pitcher for the Dodgers.
I don't know sports, so
it's okay.
But his translator
I surf.
had stole $1.6 million and got into debt with his better. But so like there's conspiracy theories that like Shohei was the one that's betting, but his translator took the fall, but like all the accounts were under the translator's name because Shohei can't bet because he's a professional
he would
player.
Get banned immediately.
What about wasn't there an NBA player that just got banned?
Yes, he did bet on himself.
Oh, okay.
He definitely.
All right, you deserve that, man. I'm sorry.
Like there's sorry.
No, you're good.
There's I haven't seen it, but my dad told me there's a video of like him shooting 3 and making it, and like they cut to the hero shot of him, and he's like, he's not happy that he made it. Like, damn. It's like literally.
Like, I bet like under. God damn it!
Like he caught in 4K. I was just Anyway, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him. No, but so that's the tricky thing is professional athletes can. There's a fine line of what they can and can't bet on. You can't bet on your sport, but you kind of can bet on other sports.
Yeah.
But it's still frowned upon because you have insider information is the thing.
And like, for instance, not even, also I view it as like, me as a camera operator, I could definitely make Derrick Henry hit under 0.5 touchdowns. Because like, what if I just accidentally knock him out with a camera, like accidentally? Like that's something that could happen. So
what's the Buffalo Wild Wings commercial where they put on the sprinklers and trip the player? Have you seen that? It's the Buffalo Wild Wings commercials, but like they were in the early 2000s, and they're like, God damn it, I want the under to hit, and he's like, I got you. Flips the switch.
Oh wait, is this one on the football field?
Yeah.
Like on an NFL. Okay, because I thought yes, I have seen that. That's an old
one.
But
I worked on that one.
I was the one that tripped him. Yeah,
I won so much money off of that.
So, but betting is a very finicky topic with sports, especially if you're in sports. But you can't. You could bet like. You're so low tiered on their hierarchy of like who they're tracking. Like you technically could bet on Derrick Henry, but if you got caught, you would be in a lot of trouble. Like that's
in my eyes, it's definitely not worth it. Like
oh yeah, I mean like you said earlier, of it being able like to enjoy watching football like live on the field or whatever. Like I would take that any day over. Over
trying to make
$20
over a $10 parlay.
I've never made any money off betting.
I've only hit one bet, and I've probably done about 6 bets.
I've only hit maybe like 5 or 6 in the whole span, like since 21.
Before he was working with the Titans.
Yes, beforehand.
This is when he was in college. He was above legal betting age.
This was when he was in 7th grade working at the shop.
Yeah, for sure. Didn't
he had his
credit card.
9 years older brother put the bets in for him.
Yeah, he can hit all my overs.
Yeah.
And it's funny, and like before I did that, or I learned about betting. Or the one thing I learned about betting was don't bet on your own team. But when I could bet, don't bet on your own team, because this is before I signed anything with the Titans. So technically,
just to be safe.
This is before I was officially in, like in their direct deposit system and everything like that.
Before they started signing my check.
Before they made me, they made me sign it. But I was okay. It was Jonathan Taylor. I was at a Colts game. It was Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry to combine for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy money there.
It was like plus 450, and I was like, yes. I was like, this is easily going to happen. And that was a game Derrick Henry got hurt for. This was 2021. That was the game that Derrick Henry got hurt for, like,
where he tore his ACL or something, right?
Yes, because he was out for like the back half of the season.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when the running back that's no longer on the team anymore took over. He was like not Rashad Evans.
No,
number
Deontay
32.
Foreman.
Yeah.
Because we also brought in Adrian Peterson at one point.
Yeah,
our run situation was. I mean, we turned out like the season turned out well, but that was also that was a game that Ryan Tannehill threw 3 picks. Like this, when I tell you this, like I feel
we could go back and forth of like remembering scores and remembering who plays.
Yeah, I just remember the season and everything like that.
Yeah.
Really, I only know football more than anything.
Football is your sport.
Football, my whole Sunday revolves. My whole Sunday, Monday, and Thursdays revolve around.
And sometimes Saturdays in December.
Yeah, they revolve around football.
Oh yeah, I'm like that too. Where if it's game day, we wake up, we play the Eagles songs, and like we're getting ready for the day.
Yeah.
And
Go
if they
Birds.
play at 11, go Birds. They play at 11 o'clock. We're sitting at the bar at 10:55 until 6 p.m. when the Sunday night game comes on.
If you're trying to make plans that's not involving watching football, don't invite me. To be honest,
My brother went to a wedding, and it was the day as the home opener of the Eagles, and he went to the. Thanks. He texted the groom. He's like, "Who the hell decides to plan a wedding on the home opener of the Eagles game?" He's like, "It was my wife's decision. Please don't blame me. We'll have the game on in the reception area." He's like, "You better have the game on in the reception area, or I'm gonna be pissed."
See, and my thing is, I want to get married in the fall. I just have to choose it. It's going to be during the preseason.
Yeah, where the games don't matter.
It's going to be during the preseason, or honestly, probably during the Titans bye.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But
That's how I would schedule it too.
because I like football too much, and yeah.
All right. Well, I have a question because
sir.
this was something that we were kind of talking about prior to you showing up, and there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about in the sports world.
Right.
And I'm curious, like, your perspective from being behind the camera.
Mm.
First off, thank you, brother.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? Special teams, special plays.
Tuesday.
I want to talk about sketch. I want to see.
Oh my God.
Have you had any interaction? Have you gotten anyone on camera yet? Because this dude's blowing up.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know about him until probably 2 months ago.
Right.
And to see, we were at a Masters party on Saturday of the Masters. And we were playing bingo, and someone was just like, "Thank you, brother." And all of the guys at the party just started chirping. It was like, it's like mine. Like everyone just started doing it. It was so funny. But I'm curious, like, have you interacted with that at all? Have you seen anyone do that yet?
The only interaction, like, I've seen, like, there are a few baseball celebrations where, like, they'll just point up and everything like that. But besides that, not really. I feel like definitely in the fall,
This upcoming season is going to be.
It's gonna blow up, dude.
Yeah. The Mets, the New York City Mets, or not New York City, the New York Mets.
Right.
They had a sketch cam on the
Oh
jumbotron.
my God.
And so they would just like
So everyone's,
anyone
like,
they would just throw it on, and if they didn't know it, they would go to the next person. But if they knew it, they'd be like, "What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?"
Tuesday." Or they would do like all of that, and it was so funny. But like,
I think the Titans did one.
Did
for
you
their
see? Did you
socials.
see Will Levis?
yeah,
Bro.
Yeah.
The one where they came back. Will Levis did it perfectly, and I read the comments. They were like, "I've never seen sketch of Will Levis in the same room." And I was like, I mean, he's not wrong, but dude, he is taking over. Like,
I love it. I think after watching videos and like interviews with him, I feel like it's finally a person that's like great, like good and a kind person that's gotten famous. Like,
Right.
there's been so many douchebags
Undeserving
that,
people.
and people who don't deserve it. We're like just hearing this kid's backstory because he's our age.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think
I
he's
thought
like
he was like in his teens.
I thought so.
No,
I thought
no,
this
no,
kid. I thought he was a kid. I thought he was like a high school kid.
I think he's older than all of us. I think he's like 26, 27.
That kid has
damn.
the most baby face of all baby faces.
Yeah, I know. But like, he just did a video with Garrett Clark, the founder of Good Golf.
Okay.
And it was hilarious. I was cracking up the whole time. But like, just hearing some of the stories of how he's talking about this character that he's put on, and I don't know. I just think it's cool, and I wanted to kind of see.
He's
from the sports world perspective. Like, what do you?
I'm looking forward to it. To like it blowing up. And the thing is, I've seen one clip on SportsCenter where
they open the show with
bro.
it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. Because it's a guy and a girl, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Wait, first,
Special teams, special plays.
is this real?" Like, cause I thought it, like, cause some AI videos are like real.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm like, is this real? So I thought it was that, but then it had the verification by SportsCenter. I was like,
I have
Wow.
a quick complete side note. It has nothing to do with the film industry regarding AI. Over the night, Drake dropped another diss track
Because
on
it's
Kendrick
called,
Lamar.
the push me one, right? Or the pushing buttons.
I don't even know what it's called, but I know that he has an AI voice of Tupac and Snoop Dogg
Oh no.
that start the diss track against Kendrick.
Well, isn't that technically illegal for Snoop Dogg because he's still
still
alive, and like that's technically his
Oh, I don't know.
voice.
I have no idea.
I don't know the whole copyright of it.
I feel like that would be.
That's
I don't know.
AI is tricky. AI is a tricky
AI
thing.
is tricky.
I don't know. But
I hate it. The only thing I hate about AI right now is that it came out after I graduated.
Yeah.
Like, because I would have loved to use that for like writing my paper.
Oh yeah, 100%,
Dude, I didn't
100%.
do anything. No, I didn't do anything, but like I hated writing papers,
Yeah.
and so I would have loved to actually like. I don't know. It would have been helpful. It would have been
Yeah.
very, very
My
helpful.
least favorite thing about school was going for camera stuff and like using that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we want you to write a 600-word
How is this gonna
essay
help me?
about like using a camera." I'm like,
This is not
What?
helping me.
Why?
And,
Why?
Like I can understand if you want to go into like being a journalist and everything like that and being in front, like you have to know
or
like,
be like part of script or something like
Right.
that where you have to write and like
Right.
that makes sense.
No, I just want to get the greatest shot. That's all I wanted to do. But back to sketch, I thought the sketching was an AI. I like it's just taking over, and I've seen a lot, but I mean, I definitely think there'll be some, like the jumbotron.
Mm-hmm.
That'll bring up his popularity by a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I bet you starting next year he'll be more prominent on football areas and like they'll bring him out. I bet you $20 says he'll be brought out for college game day.
Oh,
he'll be brought out for the NFL draft in a couple weeks.
what's up, brother?
I bet you 20. I'll make this bet out. You know what? Let's do this. If I am wrong about this, I'll do what punishment should I do? Because I think that Sketch will announce he'll at least announce one draft pick, but I think he'll announce something in the first round.
You think?
I think
of the
so.
Draft? Like
of the NFL draft. I think he will be a part of it, but I also think that he will announce like a first round pick.
Wait, okay.
Wait, when did the Texans have?
They don't have a first round pick, by the way.
They don't?
No, because they.
Ooh, then I'll take you up on this offer.
Well, I said he'll be a part of the draft. I said he would be a part of the draft.
You said first round.
I think he would be a part of a first round pick, but I forgot the Texans
they traded it to the Vikings, or they traded it to the Vikings for. Yeah, they traded it to the Vikings.
Yeah.
I have a question. When did the Texans become a team?
When did they become a team?
Did they?
I thought you were saying like when did they become good? I was about to say, yeah,
literally this past year, dude.
Because
it was J.J. Watt, and then there was nothing, and then there was C.J. Stroud. Those are the two errors.
The Deshaun Watson era kind of.
He did all right.
Things got a little handsy, but he like the DeAndre Hopkins, like, because there was a prime run with DeAndre Hopkins and Deshaun Watson that were pretty solid.
They had a good chemistry.
Yeah.
It was a good duo.
And then he got traded away for back middies. Okay, what was your question? Sorry.
When did they become a team?
Yeah.
I think it was the 80s.
well, because Sketch was talking in that Garrett video that I watched, where he was like, "I've been a diehard fan since the team was founded." Where I'm like, bro, if you're like 26, like
they were founded before you.
Yeah, so I was curious because he was saying something like 2002.
Well, actually, no. Okay, so technically, the Houston Texans became a team in around 2001, 2002 because beforehand, it was the Houston Oilers.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the Houston Oilers.
No, you keep going.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. It was the Houston Oilers, and then they became Houston Oilers moved to Tennessee. They became the Tennessee Oilers.
Because that's the jersey that you got.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a throwback.
What number you get?
12. I got my. That's like my
I got him
number.
a customizable. So his nickname is Soap because of
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
I think you told me. I'm not sure if you told me.
In Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh wait, because there's a character named Soap. Yes.
Yeah,
John-
and his name's John
McTavish.
McTavish.
Yes, that's right.
So, but the history on the Houston Texans is in '97 they were a team, but then they moved from Houston to Nashville.
Right.
So they were renamed the Titans in '99, and then in '96 the Browns relocated to Baltimore, and then in 2000 is when the Texans fully started.
Right.
Okay, so that makes sense then. Why in the video he was saying that?
Yeah. So, they joined in 2002.
Okay.
That's when they became an expansion team, and they won their opening game against the Minnesota Vikings.
The more you know.
Oh no, sorry, they beat the Bears.
All right, I want to change topics because I had one more of the sports questions.
Yeah.
I have played basketball since. Well, I haven't played in years, but I played basketball
He was a baller.
all throughout
Young Stoney.
elementary school, all the way up to. I stopped playing in high school, so I played for probably close to 10, 12 years.
Okay.
I have never gotten so excited watching a basketball game as I did watching Caitlin Clark this season.
Dude, she was a baller.
And I'm a UVA fan, so we haven't really had a good team since they won the championship. Right. When we won, I was ecstatic. That was one of the best years for me.
When did they win it?
That was no. It was 2019.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 2019.
Okay.
And I went to like Tony Bennett's basketball camp and everything like that, and that was like I thought the tip of the iceberg for me.
Right.
But then watching her play this season, because I didn't know of her until halfway through the season where she started getting
you didn't hear
famous.
about her last season?
No.
Honestly, no. I didn't keep up with it, but honestly, like, no.
I remember her from last season because she was like, she is a great player, and she's very energetic on the court and very game serious, which I very much respect.
Right.
And I think she broke Iowa's record that season, and that's when she started becoming famous a little bit because she was this great player. And then this year happened, and she broke the scoring records for all throughout basketball, which is impressive nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know, and then they won this year, right?
No, they lost to South Carolina.
Yes, you're right.
And that was the first undefeated female NCAA. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
I'm not 100% sure.
I can't confirm.
I will say, and I don't mean this in any disrespect, I'm definitely going to watch WNBA going forward because I've never watched it prior. I've never really.
I think she will definitely help viewership. No. She helped the viewership this year for.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I'm excited.
That was the game against South Carolina. That was the highest viewed basketball game.
Mm-hmm. They beat the men's. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yes. Now it wasn't the highest sports, but it was because I want to say this Super Bowl this year was the highest sports,
which is crazy because that was one of the most boring fucking games that I have watched. Yes, it was a fourth quarter game.
It was a fourth quarter game.
The first 3 quarters, I could have been out getting absolutely shit faced, and then gone back home and been like, "All right, let's go."
It was very much a rematch of the Super Bowl 4 years
2020.
I think the Eagles should have been it. No, sorry, I think the Lions should have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Eagles did not.
That would have been full circle because Lions played Chiefs opening day. Last year. So it would have been, and the Lions won. So
I also think the Lions would have done better than the Niners.
Yeah,
because the Niners, the whole time I was saying this during the playoffs, they're a 2-quarter team. They're not a 4-quarter team. Yeah. And what happened? They played great in the first half, played awful in the second half.
Yeah, and then they didn't even know the overtime.
Yeah, they didn't know the overtime rules, which is crazy to me. Yeah. Like, how do you? That's something that is taught. Like, I feel like as soon as the playoffs start, you're like, all right, if we go into overtime, this is what has to do. Yeah. This is what we have to do, and this is what happens.
And it's funny that the 49ers didn't practice it, but the Chiefs, like, they asked players afterwards, and the Chiefs were like, "Yeah, we did this every practice."
But that also goes to how great of a coach Andy Reid is versus how
Kyle
how Kyle Shanahan is.
And first, we got to get you into. We got to get you into.
No,
football,
he's into football.
I'm into football. I'm just laughing because this is like completely flipped from like a film podcast
to now sports. But like, I'll say
no, I love it. I think this is awesome.
But this is how. I'm going to say how great sports are is that we all work in the film industry.
Right.
And somehow.
It brings us all together.
It brings us together. You're like,
even though I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I still love the sport. Right. I love the game and everything.
Also, sports has that production side that most fans don't even think about.
Yeah. I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay.
So I love the 5K, whatever 6K, whatever camera that has been used.
It's the 4K.
There's no way it is 4K.
It's 4K.
Really? To where it looks like it's from Madden?
For Fox. For Fox in the touchdown, like the
Steadicams.
Yeah,
the Steadicams where it's like out of focus in the back.
Where it looks like it's from a Madden game.
Yeah,
that's 4K, isn't it?
I think. I mean, I haven't ran one, but
I'm pretty sure it's 4K.
I wanted to get your opinion on that, like, because I feel like it's gotten overused. I think that it should stick to the touchdown celebrations and nothing else for right now, because that's like. For me with playing Madden, that's what I always saw was it was like that.
So you don't like that camera?
Oh, I love it.
Uh-huh.
I think it's just been overused for everything else.
They use it for all the walkouts. Like whenever a quarterback has to walk out to the field, they'll use the Steadicam angle.
And then he'll get off the field real quick. I love it. Cause like it's a smooth shot. There's so much like to actually be able to move and hold a steady shot. Like that's a hard feat. And I can respect it. It's not gonna I don't think it's gonna take over or anything like that. But I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I don't think the wide angles will ever be 4K because it's just I think that's just too the depth of focus is too much for it. Yeah. But I enjoy it. I get where you're coming from about it being overused because there is some times where it's just
that don't need it.
Yeah, there's shots where they'll have it on the sideline and you're like, all I see are players working on the bike or just getting water or talking to the coaches.
You can hit that with just a regular wire.
Yeah. Or you hit it I love when they have the D line huddle around the D line coach and they have the iPad out and they have the spider cam overhead. Right. I love that shot. Yeah. That shot's great because you of course they don't want to show what the game plan is. Right. But you could see the coach doing the drawings and everyone's huddled over and I think that's so cool. Yeah. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a new that's the best thing about it is it all brings a new idea perspective. Yeah, and not saying you don't have any.
No.
Not saying your ideas are stupid. No, John.
I'm not. No, we are a loving community here.
I'm not gonna answer to that.
But I love it. It has its reasons. And because you can't have they're great for the actual touchdown celebration because I don't know. It's just another advantage of wireless. That's all.
Oh yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When you're working with the Jumbotron, which director do you have? Do you have the director for the broadcast, or do you guys have a totally separate team?
We have Have you met Brian?
Brian Myers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my boss.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I got you now. Okay, then now I understand.
Yeah.
But you should explain for others that don't understand.
I was about to say. So I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, there's two types of productions. There's productions for in-house or Jumbotron, and there's production for the network. The network, to break it down, the network is to make make the viewer at home feel included. Mm-hmm. Whereas the broadcast, network is to make you feel included, make you feel like you're at the game, and then the Jumbotron is to enhance your experience at the game. And so, but broadcasts, everything broadcast related, they're non-biased at all. Mm-hmm. Whereas, everything network is non-biased it's non-biased. Whereas Jumbotron is biased because everybody who's in the control room is supporting the team.
Yeah.
Is to the extent of if there's a bad call that makes us look if there's a call that makes us look better or us look worse, we're not going to show it. We're all in favor. My boss will always be all right, give me your worst look so that way or how do I explain it? He'll be okay, if we looked like we got the first down, but they call saying we didn't, we're going to show every replay saying that we got the first down.
Yep.
So that way our coach, because our coach only sees the coaches, they only see the video boards. They don't have their own little tablets or anything like that to see what's going on or to see different angles. Everybody's looking up at the video board. So we have to show it quickly so that way he can make the right call, or we have to show it quickly to show, hey, don't waste a challenge flag on this. Don't risk losing a timeout. It's not worth it. But also,
wait, is that a thing? If you lose the challenge, you lose a timeout.
Yep. And then, but the crazy thing is that every team has a video team that also reviews it. Correct? Or is that just hockey? That might be just hockey. I thought there was
that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think there's a.
I know that there's some of the teams have offensive and defensive coordinators up in this press box, and that's where they stand. So I thought they also had a video person, but I think that might be just hockey.
But
I'm not sure because they do have the telephones on. They have the phones on the sideline for them to talk to each other. So, I think you might be. I think you're right about just it's just the Jumbotron.
It's just home field advantage. The base of it is home field advantage is not just crowd noise.
Yeah,
it's everybody in the control room, everything you're seeing and hearing is in support of the home team. And even
so cool. I've never heard any of this side.
It's dude, it puts in a whole new perspective. And like even for the away team, we'll give us every bad look, or give us every look to make their team look worse, or if it's a questionable call and we obviously the refs were. I'm not gonna say the refs aren't in our side, but the refs made a bad call, but made us look good. We're not gonna show any other replays. We're gonna, if anything, we're gonna show one look, because also the away team is only looking at our video board. So we have to. I think we have to show one look, but one look is all we get, because the more looks we show, the higher the chance that the away team can actually
can view it and challenge.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm learning,
dude. But that's why, like, if there was say the Titans were playing the Jaguars and there's a huge face mask on, not Derrick Henry anymore, but on Will Levis, they would slow it down to super slow mo, and you'll see the hand just come down and like grab the face mask and try to pull up. Yeah. But then if Harold Landry did a face mask, they'll do it. We'll
do it from or if anything, we're gonna do it from a wide angle more than anything. Be like, what?
Yeah, there's what face
mask? You can't tell that. No, what do you?
Yeah,
there's no face mask there.
That's interesting, because in the NHL, teams will get fined for challenges if they play the video before the decision is made, because they don't want fans to and start a riot basically with the fans. Because say it was a goal on the ice, but the refs called it no goal.
Right.
Teams aren't allowed to show the video of the replay, because if they see that and the home fans are like, "Oh, this is bullshit,"
right,
and they start yelling out and going crazy,
we can't not incite. We can't. Basically, we're not trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, exactly. So that's interesting how the NFL is a little different with the home field advantage of we'll show everything to make sure that we look good.
Right.
So
I think we definitely have to get an official call first. Like,
okay.
If there's for instance, if there's a touchdown, we have to wait on the physical signal, because we have to wait on the physical signal for a touchdown, because.
And you're talking about from the refs when they do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's okay for them to do it. It's okay for them to do it and then challenge it later, rather than us do it, them not, and then we say touchdown, but we don't give the official call, but we play the graphic and everything like that, because everybody's seeing. We made a touchdown.
Yeah.
But if it's rolled back, and I think we could get a fine, but we haven't had to experience.
Oh, wow.
That
well, that's good.
But
well, you can get fined for that?
Yeah.
I want to say you can.
Yeah.
I don't know what the specifics.
You probably can, because you're giving false information basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if say the play happens and the refs huddle together and then you guys show the replay and it's clearly not a touchdown.
Yeah, then it's.
But if say everyone in Titans Stadium thinks that it is a touchdown.
That was the most Titans. That was the most Italian Jersey accent I've ever heard from you.
All right, go fuck yourself. But
from the Titans.
If the Titans.
Now
if Nissan Stadium erupts into a cheer because they think it's a touchdown, but then it gets called back, it would be worse on Nissan and I think on the Titans for showing a play wrong.
Yeah.
Than don't stop. Just stop. I'm not gonna talk anymore. You know what? I should just leave.
He's a fucking dog.
This fucking guy. I swear to God.
This fucking guy.
Your kneecaps, they're gone. They're gone.
Bust him with a pipe. So I'm curious, what's the coolest thing that you've ever captured live? Has there been a significant moment that you were just like, wow, I just got that?
So it's all from Titans. There are two moments, so this is probably within because at Titans I started off as grip. or technically a utility.
Mm-hmm.
Even though utility is there, we're all wireless. Like even though we don't have cords, like we just help set up, bring batteries, bring waters, everything. Act as security guards essentially for our camera people. But when I got up to camera, probably the next game, there was a because I stand in between basically the first pylon and the second pylon. And so, because you never want to stand directly behind a pylon, because if there is, you don't want to be directly on the pylon. Anyways, one of my first time, this wasn't my first time running camera for a football game. This is my first time essentially running and shooting game for Titans. Tannehill throws a pass to our tight end Chig Okonkwo,
God.
Dude, it's a brutal last name to say. But, anyways, they threw to me, or they threw to him.
It's like, wait,
no, sorry.
One hand on the camera, one hand catching the touchdown. You got the POV
Odell
angle.
action.
There's been some times where I've been close. But.
And he said he's never betted against it. I bet one of the camera guys is going to catch it.
Yeah, favorite Titan shot was Chig caught it one hand, and it was when I tell you perfect, Tannehill damn near locked eyes with me and threw the ball, and I locked eyes with the ball, and perfect spiral, perfect zoom out, and him with the toe tap and everything like that. Great, probably one of the greatest. And because that's when everyone's like, dude, good shit. Really, really good shit. And
do you have it?
I don't. I don't.
They own all the.
I don't.
They own all of that too.
Where it's in the process of hopefully within the next few weeks I can get a lot of my shots from Titans or from there overall. But so that started the domino effect of because that's when everybody knew, or that's when that kind of let my boss knew. It's just okay,
he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I can trust him with any shot and everything like that. And then probably the second favorite thing, or this is really my favorite. But so during warm-ups, or not warm-ups, right before, maybe 3 minutes before walkout, all the cameras because we have 4 wireless cameras. We have 8 cameras in total. We have our game cam, two end zone cams, a reverse slash, and then 4 wireless. So we have 2 entertainment, which are just basically for all the check presentations and just salute to service, stuff like that. And then we have 2 that are specific, and also those 2 entertainment are the ones shooting fans all the time, literally all the time. And then we have the 2 game cams. So right before they run out, everybody kind of has an assignment. Everybody's shooting something. One of the game cams is posted up, watching them come out of the tunnel and letting them run through the shot, whereas the other 2 cameras one's posted up for National Anthem, one's posted up for the National Guard, something like that.
Yeah. And the flag presenters.
Yeah. And then I don't have any. Basically, I'm just shooting color. And when they say shooting color, it's basically just shooting B-roll. And so I was just hey, since I don't have an assignment, can I run out with the team? And my boss was as long as you don't get run over. And we tried it once. And then we did it for the rest of the season. And
Yeah. Do you guys still do that?
Yeah. Well,
it's the angle that's you're 3 rows back from when they lead out, right? Is that the one that you're talking about, or
this is no, I'm actually in wait, okay, what are you talking about? Wait.
So they're in the tunnel, they're waiting. It's before they do. So you know how every game they do either offense or defensive starting lineups,
right?
So they had the main team run out.
Yes, okay, yes.
Is that one?
This is the main team run out.
Okay.
And so if they're running out as a whole group or anything like that,
yeah,
before the official team introductions and everything, they run out as a whole, and I'm just right there in the middle.
Hell yeah,
that's sick.
And so that's my. Yeah, that's your always
claim to fame.
Yeah, that's always
your contribution for the Titans.
Always my favorite moment. Have you do you know the channel Behind the Broadcast on Instagram?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know that.
So okay. So it's a
Broadcast is so foreign to me. Like
that's okay.
like documentaries and anything film is like my forte. So I'm loving this. This is cool.
Well, they do. I've seen some film and some PA stuff, but not as often as like a live broadcast. But it's overall, it's a dope channel.
Yeah.
But I made it on there with my run out a few times, and yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I probably liked your post and not even realized
Hey,
it.
man, that's okay. I just put it on my story and then just added them. But yeah, it's like running out with them has
Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out.
been a top tier, and it's
They're freaking monsters.
They're
You
huge.
must feel like so tiny
bro,
compared.
like because I barely have any room to move.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to.
What are you shooting on?
I don't know. Like, I
Is it like an over-the-shoulder rig, or is it like a wireless?
no.
Like, handheld?
So it's wireless, and technically it's handheld, but it's a like
When I think of broadcast, I think of when I see the guys with like the shoulder rigs that are like the big ass bulky cameras, which I know it's not.
it's
I know it's more
they
older, but
some people still use those.
because I don't even know like what broadcast is shot on.
They're shot on. They're not really like Sony cams. They're like built for broadcast
Right.
cams. I don't know the exact brands, but you build them that day, and like the lens itself, like for at least I only know this for like live broadcasts, like for network cameras. Those are built like in pieces. Like you have your stand, your tripod, then you have your base,
camera
then
body,
you have
then the lens.
and
then
they
the
all come in
viewfinder.
big, huge cases, and you just build it that day,
Right.
and then you break it down that day.
And like the cameras, so the cameras I shoot on, they're just like they have the potential. You can get an adapter to get like a wire, like a Tri-X or a SMPTE and anything like that. But yeah, they're with Fujian lenses, and that's really
Okay, cool.
And you guys don't change lenses during the game, right? You guys just have one set lens.
yeah. If anything, will change like. Because I know we've had some issues with the camera where a lens was out of place or because the entertainment lenses, they're wider lenses. And so they don't zoom in as much. But the game cam lenses, or at least the wireless game cam lenses, they need to be tighter so that way you can, or not tighter, they need to be bigger lenses so that way you can zoom in more and like actually truly follow more game action. Yeah, it's I don't know. I know how to work it. I just don't know what it's called.
No, I get that. So, we just took a quick little break, and I was pretty much mentioning to you that in the beginning you said that you had some questions for us.
Yes.
So I'm curious what you got.
So okay, how did all this get started? How did all this get started for y'all? And what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
Let's start with that. I'd love to know that too.
That's
Dylan.
a bit of a loaded question there. Well, so I went to school for sports media and minored in sports studies.
Okay.
I wanted originally to become a broadcaster.
You want to call games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That kind of slowly faded away once I realized I can't talk as fast as my brain can talk as fast.
Right, but it doesn't move as fast.
my mouth doesn't. So that kind of led into a little bit more of wanting to do sports directing.
Right. And sports directing in what way?
Do broadcast side, the network side.
Right.
But I want to do that for hockey.
Okay.
So, do you know David Schindler?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
He's a producer. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to do his job, but for hockey.
Okay.
So that's what I want to do. But right now I do mainly like side ops, security, PA work, camera work, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
But yeah, hockey's my go-to sport.
Okay.
I love football. Love baseball, but baseball itself is like just also going down the toilet. Basketball, I follow college basketball. I don't follow the NBA.
That's fair.
But yeah, that's my journey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And then how did it really? So your end goal is want to be producer or commissioner or producer for game presentation.
Yep.
And then commissioner.
Yeah.
Okay. And John, remind me of your end goal and dream. Yeah.
My dream goal and end goal is to direct projects that not only make me excited about working, but also can inspire people, regardless of what the genre is. Mainly, I would love to do music documentaries, but there's a lot of other things that I really love too, like climbing and traveling and hiking and photography and so many other things. But I've also just grown up with an entrepreneur dad where, I mean, my whole family is like that, to where if I have an idea for something, I'm going to figure out how to do it. And if it fails, and I'll move on to the next one. And that kind of goes back to your question about easygoing, where the studio or doing easygoing studios was something that for me has been a idea that I've tried and failed multiple times to where I didn't have someone else that was like on board to do something.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where Dylan and I connected of like, I'm tired of doing shit for other people.
Right.
And I want to do these things that for me personally, I want to do these things that I have been trying to do for years.
Right.
That have just never been able to
come to fruition.
Yeah. To where now it's like actually is happening, like with Backyard City Sessions and some of these other projects, this projects that we've created, the podcast. We've got some other stuff that we're working on right now that has been created already, but is getting completely scrapped and restarted and turned into something that is going to be better. So for me, I'm kind of already doing what like my end goal is. It's just I'm not really getting paid for it.
Yet is a keyword.
Yeah is the big keyword, and that's it's all time. You know, that's just how it is. You know, you're not going to become what you want to in a day.
No, never, dude. And
so
it's yeah. I mean, So I was doing a broadcast earlier, so I was directing Lipscomb baseball.
Okay.
Lipscomb softball. We had a doubleheader. And dude was like, he was like, how do you seem so calm and like, for like, what can I do better? And I was like, dude, it's literally your first day. Like, not in a douchebaggy way or anything like that. I was like,
yeah,
I've done this for like 10 years. So I've gotten around, but I know, like, I've seen a lot. So it's like overall, it's just a patience thing.
Yeah.
So, and right now I'm in a season of patience because so last year I was with the Sounds full time. This year I'm not. And yeah, this year I'm not. Yeah. So now it's this is a true freelance life.
Yep.
Because last year I was like, okay, I have February through February through October of like consistent work and everything like that. Like I have to be at every baseball game and everything like that. Whereas now it's like now they're like the low priority, but it's all a time and place for something big. Hopefully, hopefully with them to come up soon.
Oh yeah.
So it's a patience thing. Patience is big right now.
And then your end goal is to direct.
Yes.
Right. That's
so I wanted to be a broadcast director. But then I realized that most broadcast directors are freelancers.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with freelance. You get to make your own schedule and everything like that. But like, I'm trying to think future, like when I have my own family and everything like that. That's like consistent money, and especially if something like COVID happens again or anything like that. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. But that's more. It's definitely more consistent and everything like that. There's stuff to do in the off season.
Yeah.
And another big thing is, so when I work for the Titans, whereas all the freelancers and like CBS, NBC, they work with the Titans. I'm much rather like I have my own code to the practice facility, And
that's amazing.
I love that.
You're not gonna be like Jamal Adams with the Jets.
No, he's like, I guess
I
I
got
got
me. I guess I got cut.
Bro, I would be so hurt because I'm only like
I've seen the clip. Did he actually get cut?
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if it was Jamal Adams. I forget the player exactly, but
it's the fact that they recorded him.
Yeah.
doing that. Like
that's fucked up.
It
That's
is.
not cool.
I bet you the social team was just like, hey, like the social manager's like, hey, just get everyone going in.
Right.
You know, it's training camp, so let's get as many
Because
reactions
it was
as
for
we can.
Hard Knocks, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was
I
a
think
Hard
it
Knocks
was.
episode.
Yeah, because he was on the Jets. Yeah.
Wait, no, that was
No.
no, that was just social media because the Jets weren't part of Hard Knocks yet.
Dude, I swear it was Hard Knocks.
No, because this came out a couple years ago.
Because he wasn't on the Jets.
Wasn't it Hard Knocks with oh my God, Aaron Rodgers coming back? I thought there was.
No, it wasn't that. I'm almost positive this is like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments when you think that came out.
This was a while ago for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, having my own coach is nice. But yeah, so end goal is to direct, but doing it for broadcast, like there's so much, or doing it for in-house, there's so much more working with the team, and like, there's so much to do in the off season, and there's so much to do on non-game days, like coach shows and podcast shows and everything like that. Like there's a lot more potential. And a lot of people, they hire out somebody else like to do the directing and everything like that, whereas he actually directs, like he crews and he directs. But yeah, end goal is to do that, and then dream goal is to help or work in at least 2 Super Bowls, so that way I can say I've worked in multiple.
Hell yeah.
Learned this quote in college, and it's, the person who knows how will always have the job, but the person who knows why will always be the boss. And from that point on, I was like, all right, whatever my boss knows, I need to know, in order to, like, I don't know, like, I'm cool with being a camera guy, but like I want to direct, and you
have more aspirations.
I definitely have goals beyond being a camera guy.
That's exactly what everyone wants to hear, you know, and that's what everyone should have, is like, even though you have a great job, you still want to do more,
right? And like, this is it's kind of a crazy goal, but it's a good goal if people say, or if you're saying it's crazy, but like a goal this year was to be behind a switcher or be behind anything else besides a camera more than I am a camera. And right now the numbers are like neck and neck. Right now, like, I don't know that for sure. Like, I haven't been keeping tabs, but I'm pretty sure I could like keep tabs, and they're pretty close with each other on like the amount of times I've ran camera versus the amount of times I've ran anything but camera. So that's that's my end goal. That's my dream goal, and I just want to get paid to watch football, man.
There you go.
I think that's a great stopping point.
Yeah.
We all just want to get paid to watch some sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's kind of wrap it up, and I'm curious what your shout out is.
Yeah.
Because I know I have mine, because today's a special day, but I want to hear yours.
Right.
Hear yours first.
My shout out can it be to one person or multiple people?
You can do multiple people. It's totally up to you.
Okay. My shout out is to Maggie Clay. She was my production manager, or she was one of the production managers that at the news station, and like, because of her and like because of my connection there and everything like that, like that was really the first domino that fell. And it was just like a positive domino. It's just like, I don't know. If I didn't do that, or if I didn't go there, and if I didn't like have her teaching me, and even have her, and like even me and her now, like she's still my mentor, and she gives me advice on freelance on like what to do, and because I was in a situation where I was like, do I go for this job or do I kind of wait on another job, even though the other job isn't like fully guaranteed yet?
Yeah.
So big shout out to her, and because I've been knowing her for coming up in 5 years. 5 years, and actually it's been past 5 years because I met her on Easter in 2019 or Good Friday in 2019. But yeah, known her for a while, and I don't know, definitely one of those connections that's like,
Dude, I can't believe 2019's 5 years
a
ago.
half decade, dude. A half
Yeah.
decade.
Dude.
I
That is crazy. The camera's going to catch that because I was like really listening. I turned my mic off, and when you said that, I was like, wait, 5 years ago? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're good. 5 years. It's
Making me feel old.
Dude.
Goddamn.
You're only what? 20, you're only what? 23?
I'm 24.
Oh, sorry, my bad. 24.
I think you're younger than you.
Okay, that's fair. Wait, when do you turn 24? Or when do you turn 25?
I'll turn 25 in February.
Okay, when
So I
do you?
just
How
turned
old?
24.
Okay,
I'm 23. I'm going to turn 24 in October.
okay,
Late birthday.
okay.
Baby.
Well, he's technically only a year and a month older than me.
Wait, you're turning 24 in?
Yeah. Are you turning 26 in December?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So never mind that. Yeah, you would be 24 right now if you were turning 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go fuck off, I guess. Like
I didn't say all that. But
You were thinking it. It's okay. I was too.
But yeah, like when I'm getting all these flashbacks, like I'm about to come up with a whole season of flashbacks of like me being at the news station, like me loving it absolutely. And there's nothing like I would go back because they're cool people over there. That's just bringing back all the nostalgia. It's just like,
Yeah.
Oh wow, like 5 years ago, like it would be hard for me to believe that I would be in my 4th upcoming season of working with an NFL team.
wow.
So
Jeez.
like,
Dude, I was working on a golf course and a surf shop at the same time, having no fucking clue what I was doing in 2019. That's sick though. Like,
Yeah.
congrats on that. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
what were you doing 5 years ago?
Working on a forklift in a warehouse for a grocery store.
Shout out retail. Shout out retail.
Hell yeah.
And so I work at Kroger as well. Fun fact.
Kroger's pretty cool.
Like, it's cool because it's
not Publix, I'll say that, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
hey man,
It's not ShopRite, so that's good.
What is ShopRite?
Yeah, see, ShopRite is a store that's only in the
Joyzy.
Northeast.
Joyzy thing.
Is it like,
It's a grocery store. It's exactly like Kroger, but like a step down.
so you don't have Kroger's there?
No, we don't have Kroger's. We don't have Publix.
You have Walmart at least?
We have Walmart. Yeah.
Okay.
They're in America.
Yeah.
Hey, look, do y'all have the Ingles? You know what an Ingles is?
Oh, yeah.
No, we don't have Angles.
That's like I've only seen.
I think that's a southern thing because I've seen that in like North Carolina.
Yeah, I was about to say I've seen it in North
I
Carolina.
feel like
more
I've
than anything.
only seen it in North Carolina.
I've been like, I haven't seen it in Texas or like anywhere in the South, but
Goddamn Buc-ee's.
We don't have Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
We do have Wawa
do.
though.
We got
We do have
Buc-ee's,
Wawa.
but it's in like East Tennessee.
I was saying Jersey
Yeah.
doesn't have Buc-ee's.
oh, okay.
Yeah. We have two locations of
All
Buc-ee's.
right, we're getting off
Yeah, we're
topic.
getting way off topic. So
Sorry.
Maggie Clay.
Shout out Buc-ee's.
Yes.
Shout out Buc-ee's.
Shout out Buc-ee's. Shout out Maggie Clay. One of the true core pieces of my success and one of the starting pieces of my success that I could still call up now and get insight for honestly any situation and yeah, just life in general. So shout out Maggie Clay for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So
John Boy.
Well, at the time of us filming this, #420, it is my dad's birthday today.
oh, it's
Woo, Daddy Tabby.
Daddy Tabby. So I feel
Daddy
like
Tabby. I love it.
I feel like I have to shout him out because I would not be sitting here doing this if it wasn't for him. So
My shout out is my boy Kyle Bloom. Just worked on a week-long gig with him. Such a funny man. Just
such a nice bald little ginger.
yeah. Well, every day. So Kyle
I
can
love you,
grow
Kyle.
facial hair like no one else,
Oh
and
my
he had
God,
a
it's
full
legendary.
beard. And then every day he shaved part of it off.
Okay.
So he came in the next day with the Fu Manchu, so like it connects us here,
Right.
and then came in with the no, first he came in with I forget what it's called, but he shaved this part and had the beard and the mustache, like the handlebar mustache with the beard. Then he did the Fu Manchu. Then he just did a straight mustache. And I don't think he's going clean shaven. I think he's just going to rock the mustache until he can grow it again. And I bet you $20 says next time I see him, he'll have a different, different facial hairstyle.
Right.
We've made a lot of bets. Well, sorry. Dylan and I have made a lot of bets.
I and John have made a lot of bets. Brandon is not
Just
betting.
to be clear.
No. He is giving us insider information. No, he's not giving us insider information.
We're picking number. No.
Got him.
Will Levis going number 1.
Oh, God, he's being traded. Hopefully not. I swear.
Yeah, I hope not. He's that guy.
He's the Mayo man. You can't trade the Mayo
In
man.
Mayo man, we trust.
He's got
man.
that dog in him. All right, well, I think we should wrap it
Yeah,
up.
that's gonna be us for today. Thank you very
Please
much for
do
watching.
not unravel again. Let's do that again.
What? I was going on. All right. Thank you very much for watching this episode today. I'm Dylan Ross.
John McTavish.
Brandon Bagwell.
And thank you very much. We appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the bell for all the notifications. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bicycle.
Y'all take it easy.